Coach, what does this game tell you about where your team is mentally and their kind of ability to focus, especially after this week in practice?
Well, just, any win you can take, and like I said, to score 51 points and holding what we did, and rush for that many yards, it's always good. But just the standard for us, I just didn't feel like we played clean. Just a lot of mistakes in all three phases. I mean, we got a penalty on a delay of game on punt. I mean, that should never happen. We were short with some personnel guys and some special teams where, those are just administrative stuff. Just not happy with the way we ran the game. I thought the kids played hard, but we left a ton of points out there and wasn't happy. Well, I'm not happy the way we played.
You mentioned the defense, but it looked like the offense at least had some rhythm that it had kind of had trouble getting going, at least last week. What do you take away from the offensive side?
Yeah, I think the standard for the offense is high. And like I said, a lot of good things happened, but I thought we missed a lot of things. And for us to get the goals that we want to get, we have to play a lot better. We have to play a lot better on offense. We have to play a lot better on defense. And we have to play a lot better on special teams. And I definitely need to coach better. And like I said, I can't remember a win like this where I felt like this. I just didn't feel like we played very well.
Coach, can you talk about Malcolm? That was the third game that he's gone over 200 yards rushing and had a couple more spectacular runs. I mean, never cease to amaze you what he can do with the ball?
I mean, he's definitely, the most dynamic ball carrier that we've ever had here in my time. I mean, I've seen a lot of good backs, but he's the most dynamic guy there. We're trying to evolve him, though. He's got to improve on his passing, for us to move on. But some of the runs he made, I mean, nobody else can make those runs. I mean, he's spectacular. But he recognizes, because he's a competitor, he's a hard-nosed kid, and he knows he wants to improve, for our offense to improve and for our team to improve. A lot of great runs. I know there's some throws that he would want back, but did a lot of good things.
I thought he did a good job dealing the ball. The slots got involved and had some really nice runs. I thought he did a good job of drawing and dishing.
Yeah, he did.
Any other questions for Coach?
Well, I'll have one more. The offensive line was a bit makeshift because you had two tackles out. You had to move Ford over to tackle and put in Forney. What did you think of the offensive line's performance today, Coach?
Okay. I mean, like I said, I thought we played okay. We can play better. And like I said, that's the hard part. I just felt like we didn't play very well. And I just look at myself. I just feel like I did a bad job getting us ready.
Talked to Sean Williams. He said that turnovers were going to be an emphasis this year, getting the ball back to the offense. Obviously, you were able to do that again, second week in a row.
That's something we've really been emphasizing in practice the last couple of weeks is turnovers. We have some crazy stat where when we win the turnover margin, we almost never lose the game. So half of that's on the offense, securing the ball, so they did a great job of today, and then the other half is on us, getting the ball out, making plays. So we've been really focusing on doing that in practice, as well as those effort plays, run to the ball, that extra guy there getting the ball out. And it's great to see it really pay off the last 2 weeks, and hopefully that continues throughout the rest of the season.
So what has it been the last 2 weeks? Is it just being more physical? I mean, is it physical play that's causing these turnovers?
It's a combination of being physical. It's also, a lot of them are just effort plays, like just run to the ball. That's something we emphasize every day, is just running. And when you just run to the ball, sometimes just plays will find you. As well as just knowing what to do, doing your job, you end up in the right place, and that's how you make plays.
Jake, when you give the offense a short field like you did with your interception, I mean, obviously, they're usually pretty efficient when you give them a short field, don't you think?
Yeah. And every time we get the ball back to the offense, we know that they're going to run the clock out and go score the ball like they usually do. And so it was just a good way to start the game, going back-to-back touchdowns like that for points.
For either of you guys, Coach came out after this win, was pretty muted. What was it like in the locker room, and what did you kind of have to say to you guys after?
Every win's a big win. That's something Coach always emphasizes. So he said, congratulations, great win, but we're immediately on to the next one. We got SMU next week. It's a conference game. We understand the importance of that. So we'll celebrate, be happy we won. Like I said, every win matters, but we know the magnitude of the next game we have coming up and the rest of the season. So he really just emphasized getting right back to work, being happy right now, but we need to refocus and get ready for next week.
Was it kind of weird having Lehigh at game 3? I know this was supposed to be earlier in the schedule, but was it kind of a shift going from Hawaii to Memphis and then playing these guys?
No, we prepare for every game the same. We respect them. No matter who comes out on this field, we're going to go about our preparation the same way. It's great that we were able to win by so much, but what allowed us to do that was the fact that we prepared the exact same way we do no matter who we're playing next week.
Go ahead.
I'm good.
Well, I was going to ask Jarvis, being able to put back-to-back solid defensive efforts together after what happened at Hawaii, is that encouraging for you, especially as you move into American Athletic Conference play where you know you're going to be playing so many high-powered offenses?
Yeah, I think Hawaii was a curse and a blessing because even though we got blown out the way we did, it was kind of a wake-up call for the defense. And we don't want to get embarrassed like that again. So.
Any other questions for Divas?
With their first score, what happened with the missed assignment, I guess, and kind of went downfield and raised his arm in triumph after that. Was that something that you guys say, okay, now we need to really lock in after that early score from them?
No, I don't think it was that we came out flat or anything like that. We just had a couple guys trying to get to the ball. The first play, he bounced it and just made a good play, really. And after that, we came out and shut him down for real. So.
Ready to play. We didn't have as fast a start we wanted, but it wasn't slow. That's something we were working on all week. For myself, just passing the ball around a little bit, getting more comfortable doing that in the game. And I felt like I could have done better, but it's a great experience to get under my belt and have for the rest of the season.
629 total yards, and it was a bit of a makeshift offensive line because of the injuries on the tackles. If Ford had to move out tackle, Forney into center. What did you think of what the O-line did?
I think they came out and played great. For the players that switched around, it was nothing new for them. That's what we practiced in practice. So I think we came off the ball, and we had a pretty good game up front.
Well, Coach came in and sounded almost like he lost. He was not overly thrilled. He felt that it was not a clean game. He cited some penalties and other mistakes, just stuff that he does not tolerate. Maybe Ford, you could weigh in on this too. What do you think of that?
I think he's exactly right. Like you said, any win's a good win, but there's a lot we have to work on. And we got a huge game coming up this next week with the conference play, and so we're excited to get in the film, see what we can work on, come back out and be better.
Ford, from an offensive lineman standpoint, some of the runs that Malcolm makes, I mean, it's like a video game with what he does. What is your thoughts on what you see when he does that? And CJ, maybe you could weigh in on that as well.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Malcolm helps us look good a lot. And anytime we get the ball in his hands, it's a blessing. And we're super blessed to have him in the backfield. And we try to do our best for him. He makes us right a lot.
Yeah, I just think he's a really good player. It's really hard to block for him because he moves so much, but it's great having him on the field. It makes us look good, and it just helps the team so much.
One last question before I hand it over. I saw Coach Judge giving you a hard time on your last touchdown run. Why in the world would you get yelled at for scoring a 30-yard touchdown?
It wasn't about the touchdown. It was about some previous plays, some things that messed up on. So. We're happy to get points on the board, but messing up is not tolerated. So he was just trying to get that to me from up in the box or wherever it came from. So taking it.
CJ, what was the key behind the passing game? Because it's a big explosive plays.
We just did what we practiced. We knew what they were going to come out in, and we repped the plays over and over again in practice. So it was just going out and doing what we knew how to do, just trying to get open.
Any other questions for Malcolm?
One more. Malcolm, I think that's one thing that Coach also mentioned, that you missed some plays in the passing game. I don't know if it was CJ was wide open down the middle and got you overthrew, or Ty, I can't remember who it was. But is that something you still got to fine-tune, because you've got to make teams pay when those plays are open?
For sure. Teams aren't stupid. They're going to see, we run the ball a lot. And being able to pass the ball overhead is a key to being able to run our offense. So that's something I got to work on for sure. Like I said, it was good to get out there and be able to do it in the game instead of practice. So